Ah, John, you've cost me $25. Damn it. I bet if I waited, what's today's date? I think I'm like a day from the free plan rolling over, but I'm going to do it. Although, honestly, Marie and Ann already said a lot of what I was going to say. So, how are y'all doing today? How is everyone? Hello, LRM, Marilyn, Sarah, Nikki, Dreamsicle. I know there's some that haven't made it back yet. Yeah, I couldn't see the chat. And it also wouldn't let me see who was in here, how many people were in here, nothing. I was in the blind. So we had to fix that. But today was court day, guys. And so I was all ready for court day. I got my court tie on and everything. Isn't it pretty? I'm loving my court tie. Hello, Pick Me. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Drop the Mic. Fake eye. Well, for John, it's a very trying day. So I'm going to have as much empathy as I can muster today. But I feel fancy in my court tie. I don't know. Honestly, if he ever takes me to court, I'm wearing this damn thing. You bet that. Bet. I just got off listening to them. He's on Sophie's panel now. I have a lot of things to say, but this whole thing of I've never told people to call Maria's work or anyone's work. Are you kidding me, John? Or I haven't told 60,000 people. Yeah, put it on your account with 109,000 people on IG. Not to mention, I've seen you dox numerous people on YouTube. Again, we all know the names. He's done it to Brooke. He's called Brooke's job. He's told people, his followers, to call CPS in Kentucky. Are you kidding me? The lies that roll off the tongue, and everyone's just like, yes, John's never done that. Meanwhile, Mod 148's over there, all silent and privated and everything, hiding all her bullshit. Wow. I do need. Where am I going to find me a nice collared purple shirt? I'll be back. I'm thinking, I don't think I have a solid. That's a good idea, Marilyn. I'm going to be looking. I'll be hitting Temu or Amazon. Let me try to the rest of you guys. Whoopsie. I'm just trying to screw this up today. Hello, Gypsy. You like my tie, Nikki? I know y'all are jealous. I swear I have more than one of these. I don't. I only have one court tie. Court tie. Hello, Jendi. Hi, Miss Sarah. How are you today? Looking fancy schmancy. So, well, I was just getting in the mood, to hear about the court date. And now I can just give you my summary. I could play John's 48 minutes. Have most of you heard it already? I won't make you sit through that. Well, I commentate on it. But again, Marie and Ann just pretty much covered everything. So, it pretty much, like I said, they said everything. But I just, I'm thinking about using his that he just did an hour ago just to hit some points. Right? Dreamsicle. It's going to be I think it's going to be one of those days and nights. For a guy, and Jenny, you brought this up, and I was thinking it at the exact same time as you when you brought it up. For a guy now it's up since Tuesday, the last time he went live, where it was up to, 15, almost 15. Now it's almost up to 20. For a guy that says he's paying a lawyer almost $20,000. Okay, to be fair, he says since June, one day for that, and filling out a piece of paper and maybe showing up to these Zoom hearings so 2 days, I think, so far. 2 days, almost 20,000. But then yet you're on a live running down all these things as to how to serve Maria and all that, blah, 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 blah. Isn't that what the lawyer's for? I mean, right? Didn't you hire an attorney down in Miami that is better equipped, or down from that area that's better equipped to run these things down, that has experience with Florida courts? Make that make sense. Hi, April. I did color coordinate my tree. My purple and green. My 4-foot tree. My husband's already getting lazy. He's like, can we just use this Christmas tree? Because he doesn't want to drag the big one from downstairs. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. I'm kind of thinking about it too. Maybe I'll get a big old skirt and put it up high or something, make it look like a big old tree or something. I don't know. Hi, Petty. Hello, Queen O'Hara of that. I'm sorry, Queen of O'Hara. How are you? Hello, ambulance. Right. Well, he's saying that I kind of want to go through. I'm kind of thinking about hitting part of his live just to hit all the damn lies that he tells. He's saying that they can't use regular process servers. This is what pisses me off about this guy. So here's a guy that's done, I think it was 7 lives. I just did a quick count over the last month out of 11 lives total in the last month. 7 of them are about Maria and these legal court proceedings where he not just talks about the legal case. Of course, he's got to throw under the past, make all these disparaging comments about money being raised, how that she's all these things, right? And then is like, she's going live, blah, 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 blah. Whoop. What happened? Y'all back? Okay. Let me move that. Gotta be careful. So now I forgot what I was going to say. What was I saying? For a guy, that he can't shut up about it, and expects no one else to. I personally, here's one of the lies that John does. He has said on previous lives, and maybe this is his own ignorance, but again, if he had an actual lawyer that was directing him, he would be telling him, this is the process. This is how many times they tried to serve her, all this stuff. And all this time, we're under the impression that she's being every day they're trying to not find her. And she's just, flashing between places no, I'm not answering the door, not answering the door. And it comes out that it's been 2 times they tried to serve her. I missed the mail 85% of the time, or a package being delivered. What, are you serious? Do you know how ridiculous you now sound? And you made all those disparaging remarks that she's hiding. Who doesn't? Again, this is, and no offense, Maria, I'm just here really to point out John Yates bullshit. I think you will be able to prove what you need to prove, Maria, in court. I mean, the evidence is there. The nerve of all the things that he said today is just, are you kidding me? You have done all this stuff 1,000 times worse, and nobody will tell him. Let me get, at least that's what their attorney said, is fighting with case says. I missed the beginning of that, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure with the DV court. I'm not even sure why it's in the DV court, but I guess you just got to put it up under there, put it somewhere. That is BS. Just read on that 30 minutes ago after he said it. I'm sorry, I'm so behind now, so I'm not sure what you're talking to. Hello, Cree. How are you? Thank you, Queen. Hello, Kristen. And you like my court tie? This is going to piss him off. She's mocking the court system. Yes, I am. I think this is silly. And I think it's stupid that you're proudly saying you spent $20,000 on this. Just stupid. If you really wanted this to end, you would stop talking about it and let it go away. I know he said so much. Yeah. Did he go back? That's what I thought too. And I was going back to, he said too much info. He said, found out attempts were made twice and letter says several times. See, I heard it the different way. In the beginning, he's saying she's evading. And I just heard him on Sophie's panel saying she's evading as he's talking to the courts. Again, now I can understand that idea if she'd been tried to be served half a dozen or a dozen times or something over a month. And then he finally admits that it's 2. But he's still portraying it that way to his live and even to the court. It's just ridiculous. He really is. I mean, I literally again have a page of notes. I think I might just go ahead and play his just to hit all of his lives. I mean, I honestly, I have gotten an education in legal, YouTube legal stuff here today. Knowing now what'll happen. So based on what John said, that this has continued for another month, which I guess will be the third court case. But basically it sounded like if nothing happens if Marie doesn't answer her door twice a month, by February, this is just going to be, that's the impression I got. It's going to just disappear, booted or whatever. Right. So yeah, I don't think I'd be home either twice a month or whenever. I mean, I seriously doubt this is a high priority. Here's the sheriff like, yeah, there's a YouTuber in New Jersey who wants to serve this lady down here. Yeah, we'll do that later. Can you imagine? I think they have much higher priorities in the DV courts than John's feelings getting hurt in New Jersey. Let's see what freaking. I'm just recording my screen containing the archives I have on him since he likes to make passive threats of we have everything. Exactly. Rakin. I've seen a lot of your archives and it's impressive. And the nerve of him, and I know I'm bouncing all over. I really should use like his live or something, but we'll just hit these as what he said because I really don't want to listen to his voice. I think we're going to be hearing it later too. I think that he's accusing Maria. Again, this is what he does to anybody. Oh, they're deleting lives. Again, John. Now, I don't know if Marie and Ann have or not. They say there's this site. I'm curious about that site, by the way. Because there's a few things I would like to look up, but just to see if I have everything on things. But John, you deliberately delete these nasty lives that you have done. Again, I'm just going back from June, July time period, or even May, your big May Mother's Day freaking live. All that is gone. All those holding up your phones with people's info, dressing up as somebody that we all know, and mocking that and climbing in the window. Where are those lives, John? Where are they? Huh? Very sarcastic today. Yeah. Again, I would be pissed if I was paying $15,000, $20,000 and here I am on a live, hello, running everything down. Hell no. No. John, you look like such a liar. Nobody believes that. Nobody. I can't, well, you know what? There appear to be some that do. I don't get it. He's his own worst enemy. He always is. He has no idea. He is going to look like an idiot. So again, he does the whole, they're talking about me 24/7. They keep mentioning this. They bring up my cat. If any of you want to do one of my cats, go right ahead. I don't, by the way, he also said, I caught him say that he has another one on deck. So I'm thinking, well, probably either he has somebody's info he has. So it's either going to be Brooke or Cooch. But you're going to find out, John, that you can talk as a content creator. I know you're not happy with what Cooch is doing, but you can have a channel that talks and provides commentary on other content creators. They do it all the damn time. They do. I know you don't like what she says. She's not doxing you or your followers or enticing them. I mean, this is what you're going to look like such an idiot when all these clips are played. You probably don't even remember a lot of them. And you're going to be like, and the lawyer's going to be like, I uploaded a list and you can send the link. Oh, yes, please send me the link. Please do. It's just funny, Dreamsicle, the way that all these things, I'll start hitting some of these. In fact, I'm going to rename this live. It is a joke. It is a joke, John, because he's in his life. This is just a joke because it didn't go his way. He can't make the sheriff's office do what he wants on his time schedule. And again, what evidence are you going to bring to court? Someone making one comment or two comments here and there when you do whole freaking streams? Right? I heard that too, Sarah, on the phone. I heard them say, I heard the hours. He keeps saying M made him do a lot of things. Really, no one makes it's called free will. And all you need to do is log off. Yes. Yes. I don't know why specifically. God, there's so many lies. The calling the police hundreds and thousands of times. For those of you who don't know, go look at one of Cooch's live. She did it a couple weeks ago where she actually got the log of calls about John Yates's address for the last 6 months, I believe. And I think it was like 12 calls. And there was like a 2-part in there somewhere. And Cooch, if you're in here, I know she's busy today, but there's a live about that and it plays them. And like 4 of them were John and Cody calling either about Maria or whatever, and then there was a couple that people were calling because he was holding things on panel that looked dangerous. Okay, great. Thank you. And then it was calling when you made that threat the night before. And again, I don't know why you can't comprehend that somebody was calling Maria in the middle of the night. So from both of your perspectives, you're both getting spoofed. You're both getting, effed with, right? So again, you were calling other people tonight. We won't even get into it all. It's on my page. It's in my videos of the FOIAs from that night. You can hear the calls yourself. I'd be pissed too if I was sleeping, and I like my sleep and someone's calling. But what does he do? So she called in regards to that. And then what does he do? He goes on panel to prove that he didn't call by doxing people. He doxed her number. He doxed his own people's number in that freaking live on Sophie's. And there's Sophie on her live going, yeah, they struck my live too. Yeah. If I put a live up with your phone number, you bet your ass you would be striking me. You're damn right. Wasn't his claim to Captain Sabaho was to shut her up. He cannot help himself. I just listened to him saying the service bureau told him that like they only served them twice and then no good. I don't know why he keeps. This is what I mean. You can't trust anybody that is taking and the way John's making it look is like Maria's some mastermind at getting around an RO. And again, then you find out they've tried twice in like almost 30 days. Are you kidding? I mean, I don't know. He didn't say if they tried work or home. I would hope, well, depending on the severity of it, I don't know if they go to people's work. He just went back in the last few months and scrubbed his channel. Oh, yeah. Well, plus, that is true because I had one up that I was going to go back and listen to. I don't remember even what it was, but it was no longer there. But we all know he just does it the next day mostly. Sometimes it doesn't even make it that long. I don't know what he's thinking, how these words aren't going to come back to haunt him. Because what he has done is by and far way worse. Hello, Beans. Hey, Carrie. Exactly. Why do this all on a live to prove that? Okay, there's an who's gonna go? John, you have hid we played this on my last live. You hiding from the cops. You and not answering the door when they're literally right there. I wouldn't go call and turn myself in. Again, we don't know what legal strategy Maria is getting. We don't know if this is what her strategy is. We don't know. And John's skewed version of things, I just don't think anybody should be taking things that he says. I'm sure the truth is somewhere there in the middle. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ambulance girl. Right. Well, he made the comment in his live. I could have had a family member die and left me all this money. And honestly, I'm thinking, all your family's dead, you said. Who's left? I didn't say it. It is not illegal. He doesn't like his own words. Again, he's trying to put out this, this last month, like he's doing content and he's just providing his legal commentary of his own legal case. And that is just not the freaking case. Just because you decided to take 4 or 5 weeks off, John, does not negate everything else you have done to everyone. Oh. Hope you feel better, ambulance girl. Okay, I sent it to you. You can do what you want with it. Ice cream recorded this. My date is on it. Like he made sure to show today. Is it clear which is members and whatever? I don't want to get in trouble that way. Thank you, Lisa. The best one will always be, I need to do a wellness check on my stalker. That's a classic. I would be playing that for the court too. Yeah, he wants me to leave him alone, so he called to check on me. Are you kidding? Yes, thank you, Petty. Yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the stream or not enjoying the stream, hit the like or dislike and subscribe if you'd like. Yeah, you were definitely getting calls, Maria. And he was definitely calling people at that time. Now, again, John, he lies so easily. So while he's up there showing his records, okay, maybe someone's screwing with them both. But then again, I know John's just that way. I mean, he could have used Cody's phone for God's sakes, but again, then it wouldn't show up as John. Well, actually, I don't know. You could spoof anything really from anywhere. So I don't even know. I'm not even going to get into all that. It doesn't even matter. It matters the intent, both people. And I guarantee you, John, if I was calling you in the middle of the night, or I'm sorry, when you're sleeping in the morning and woke you up, you would have something to say about that. You would have a problem with it if I called you at 11 a.m. Guarantee. Exactly. What is this? Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll play that in a minute. You know what? Let me see if I can play it from here. I'll have to go to Cooch's. You know what? We may just do that again, just to remind people. Doxter, yes, he did. I saw it on IG. Well, I saw a screenshot of it. Was it? Wait, I recall seeing one. I've seen it. I have a couple from over the years, so I might be remembering one from before. I think he also put it on his YouTube community tab, actually. So between the two, yeah, you do. You say you have 109, I think it is on IG, and 36 on YouTube. Technically, it could be exposed to that many people. I know that just the nerve of this, guys. And then again, to still go with that narrative that he was freaking swatted. You weren't. They were knocking, weren't they? Did they ask you to come out with your hands up while they searched your place? They did not. You try. We all heard you. We all heard you try and get Maria, or was it Brooke, swatted? I have the video of that too. She's got a lot of weapons. I'm scared of her. She threatened me. Meanwhile, you're the one sitting there saying, yeah, someone's going to show up at your door and blow your head off. This is a joke, John. You are a joke. A joke. You are the joke. And then you guys, it's funny watching the princess telephone game going on between Sophie's chat and our chat. The way that it gets twisted. She's saying this, making it sound like it's Marie saying it, and then it's someone in the comments, and then he reacts to that, and it's just so silly. Maria just, someone just put in caps a few minutes ago that they were Bev Feet told to contact Maria's work. Well, I didn't, and I didn't even hear the live that Brooke did, and I think she took it down. I know she was talking, from what I understand, she was talking about something that happened with her work, not just John calling, but the people he enticed to call. So, okay, I was wondering what Bev Feet was, Jody. So obviously, John, you are affecting people's real lives. Again, and you can sit there and list all the things that were ever done to you. You have, where's the board, right? I have some room over here. 80 plus people. And again, this is what you do. You focus all those things on a couple people, whoever you're mad at. We've seen it so many times. How you think you're going to prevail at this? I don't know. Take to court. Okay. Hi, Lisa Marie. Hey, Jody, by the way. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely believe that is exactly what he tried to do by mentioning weapons and whatnot. And he can, here's the thing. That proof has been out there and it's been played back to clear up that whole bomb thing. But what narrative does he still run with? That one. They're over here saying I'm making bombs. Seriously. Oh, let me think. Yeah, so I had written some notes about what they were saying in Sophie's live. Again, Sophie, you're playing back with Maria and Anne. Don't even act like a victim here. You're loving it. You're loving the attention to my opinion. That's how it appears to me. And you guys, jeez, Pete. Yeah, I saw that too. John, if they were your friend and they don't want to be your friend anymore, that doesn't mean somebody stole them away. It means they decided to not be friends with you anymore. I'm sorry if nobody's ever told you that. That's how that works. Actually, you should be very familiar with that now. I suspect it's happened a lot. So just for those that missed it, the case was postponed again until, I'm assuming, about the same time in December. And then, yeah, he said something about February. I'm just going through. And then I wrote down like we're saying that Miki was doxxed. I went and looked at that. That's not doxxed, guys. Doxing, just FYI, is giving out personal information. Like if they had crossed out her channel name and wrote down her full name and other information like her work address or work number or phone number or family members, that's a dox. Lots of people. I mean, again, John, you have doxed more people than everybody else together. You've also posted more DMs than everybody together. I mean, I've got probably 100 screenshots. YB, I'm sure, probably has more than 500 over the years. So yeah, no, you should know very well what a dox is. I think he does miss you. Yeah, but then now he said he's went out with tasers and saying he has a Glock with him while drunk. But yeah, Dreamsicle, that is I hope I can say these words. That's a knife. Don't you know that's what everybody calls a knife? A Glock? You're so dumb. I'm kidding, of course. I love how he says he's always swatted when the police knock politely at his door and won't let them in for 5 minutes. Exactly, Jody. I'm telling you, I have been swatted before. That does not happen. We were ordered to come out at gunpoint. There was officers literally behind their cars with long weapons, and then the ones that came up to the door while they took us out. That is swatting. And then they went through every nook and cranny of our house to make sure that we didn't have some dying child up there, whatever the call was. Just, Then he says that, I mean, of course, is calling her job. He's a puppet master behind the dark black toxic curtain. I know. I know. Like again, at least own what you guys are doing. Stop with this. You're just all sitting over there doing your content, and all these big bad bullies are out there just being mean. No, there goes the eye again, twitching. No, that's not what's happening. And you all know it. Absolutely, Maria. I don't know what happened, Maria. Maybe I missed it, but so like all this nonsense was going on with the, in June and July and then into August of him doing what he was doing to Brooke and and again, we'll play Kucha's stream here maybe in a minute. I think I have just the phone calls though. Oh no, she's the one that has actual calls for the last 6 months. But now I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, so like, why did he take such a hard turn on Maria's? Did something like those were all months ago? And then he did that live with, showing the phone numbers. And then to me, it seems like there was no big factor or something that happened that he's like, I've had enough is what it seemed to me. It seemed to me this was just out of the, maybe not out of the blue because you guys have been going at it a while. But like, why? What am I missing? Oh, really? I have the one of, okay, good. I have the one of him doing Brooks. I don't know that I have him doing yours, but you have it, obviously. I'm sure I went to bed. I don't set up anything to record. So it's gone by morning, and I'm lucky if, I get to watch it the next day. Exactly, Sarah. Can you imagine trying to tell Sarah who she can follow or who she should be friends with? That'd be a no. The screen recording I sent you doesn't show you any extra videos. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Thank you, Raken. I appreciate that. JY and Jules need to be friends. They believe the same thing. I think she was just in the chat on Sophie's chat with John up there. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be a long day. February 18th for default. Does that mean default like he's actually giving a lifetime RO? Well, I have seen him definitely dox your number while he's calling the police and address. Again, that's all stuff that you can't say. Like Cooch has done. When she edits her videos, John, you're going to go after her. You have doxed where Cooch lives as well and all that. And she makes efforts to take all that out. Not sure I would at this point, but I guess you kind of got to just so you can say I haven't done that. I can imagine. Oh, it was. I did a live about it. I privated it I think it's still privated because I didn't want people trying to use that information and twist it. It was something that happened to us like 5 years ago. And it was very scary. And they didn't, I don't want to go through it all again, but they didn't just stop there. They swatted literally our family. Same thing with a mother-in-law, not my mother-in-law, my husband's side. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And the worst is they called the school and told the school my son had a weapon. And as you know, in this day and age, what kind of response that gives. That was scary. But luckily, they just took him out of class, not very nicely, but not as nearly as bad as it could have been. Yeah. Someone had called and said they were pretending to be one of my children and saying that he killed his entire family. So those are the kind of calls that they were thinking that they were responding to. But after that first time, we did put a thing on our account with the police department, account, address, whatever, to let them know we were having a problem. So it didn't get to that level, but we still got pulled out of the house, and we still got searched a few more times. You think that, okay. Yeah, okay, John, you know what? That live that outed those pictures, I mean, it's on Rumble. We know who did it. It wasn't Maria, but again, that's what you do. I'll take responsibility for that live. I did it. He was, I believe, Stephanie says, hasn't he claimed to be a paralegal or court reporter? Well, he was, when I first started watching him in 2019, he was going to an office. What they did there, I mean, I don't know what I really believe with John anymore. Now, just seeing how easily he lies, I mean, I tended to believe it, but he lost that job. And last live, I played the GoFundMe that came out of that, and all that nonsense. But you really don't know with John. Yeah, that he wanted to keep private because, like I said, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it because, no, I'm not talking about your attempt. Just mentioning live is not talking about your attempt. I'm not discussing the contents of the live. Jeez. You act like we really sit over here and literally talk about this stuff morning, noon, and night. Okay. Thank you. I would like to take a look at that. Okay. I guess he's decided you're pretty much responsible for that. You were, okay. Yep. Me too, Marilyn. That's about the same time. I think we probably got here at about the same time. I'll take her. Well, if he has an attorney, I'd be pissed if I spent $18,000 and I'm having to call the courthouse and find out about the process. I mean, that he should have known a month ago. This is how often we serve. This is what you can. This is the actual law. Do not go up on panel with her, John. If you're trying to make a case that you're afraid of her, because it seems like in one case he's trying to say, I'm trying to stop her from talking about me, which really kind of sounds like defamation. I don't think he can afford that kind of lawsuit. So he's trying to use the RO route, which means and implies that you're afraid of her. But I saw that live. She was already there on panel. And somebody you're afraid of, you don't track them down to what live they're on and go up on panel with them. You kind of really just took the legs out of your case right there, in my opinion. But again, I think this is all joke. Yeah, I would have too. Honestly, somebody showing my number, all the stuff he's done. I'm not clear on the default says. I just going on the dates. You're staying in the stream today. Okay, gotcha, Petty. I do too. Yeah, I know. I've sent Maria some streams or little videos that I've done on his fuckery back in June, July, and August. Thank you. I'm not going to put somebody's up. Was it a court scheduler? Is that what he? Oh, it is way too easy what he's doing. Oh yeah, ambulance girl. If somebody has it, if not, I'll do it here in just a second. Let me just write a little note to myself. Uh-oh. I think it's the exact same name as it is here. I know Cooch has one too, and I don't know who else does. I'm just trying to get caught up here. I'm just curious if the goal is to use Maria's past of all, because that seems to be what he focuses on his legal updates. but not the actual. And then these broad statements of they're talking about me morning, noon, and night. I can't wait to see the proof of this more. I mean, you should have a ton, John. You should have to hire Rakin to put it together for you for court. Because if we're all going live morning, noon, and night, 24/7, you should have clip after clip after clip that can make your case. Okay, hire Rakin. I'm sure Rakin could take $18,000 to do it instead of your lawyer. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, Tuesday it was like 10 to 15, and now it's approaching 20. When the guy, all he had to do, and I'm sure they charge. Well, I don't know. I really don't know anything about lawyers. Luckily, I didn't end up needing. Well, it really wasn't for me. It was for a family member that I was trying to help last week. But it would have affected me anyway. It doesn't matter. But I presume they charge by the hour, or from what I heard, they take a retainer on the case to cover the amount of hours that they think it could possibly take. So like the custody hearing would have been like $3,500 in this area. And I presume that, like, let's say they were able to resolve it in, 8 hours of litigation or whatever, maybe you get some of that back. I really don't know. But if you're like custody cases alone, I don't know, are $20,000. You're literally talking about an RO, and with a straight face, you are saying that you have spent $15,000 to $20,000 for a piece of paper and showing up twice to an empty Zoom call because you're apparently doing all the legwork. Sorry, guys. Kid. Okay, I just left the door open. Hey, Minister, I hope you get to feeling better. He even stated in his stream today he needs an RO to shut Maria up. Right? I mean, he's using the RO exactly. It's really, I don't think the intent of an RO. I mean, an RO is a restraining order, and I guess technically you could say, okay, I'm restraining them from talking about me. But I think that would be like a cease and desist. I think your lawyer could have accomplished that a lot quicker if they had gone at this. If you're going to pay that damn much, you could have gone with the defamation. You could have gone with a cease and desist, not a RO that would expire. You could get, for that much money, you could have accomplished so much more. You look ridiculous. You don't have a number, Rakin? Yeah, that I do know, and they probably round up to the hour. So what, $350 an hour, I'm guessing, but that's nowhere near $15,000, $20,000. I mean, again, John has experiences with ROs, I imagine cease and desist, and I believe defamation. I mean, I've talked about this before, a handful of people he's been involved with this kind of stuff before. He's not new to this. Right? I know I go once, twice a week, and I know Cooch goes, and she's been covering other content creators lately. It hasn't been 24/7, 1 a week, 2 a week, if that, on John lately. Exactly. You can't get a TPO or a restraining order on everybody that doesn't like you or wants to cover you as content, John. So you're literally like, you're at the carnival doing a whack-a-mole, really, because you're still pissing off a lot of people. And they're just going to pop up like I did. Yeah, that's what he said today. That was what's weird, because the last time I heard him say like 10 to 15 or something, he mentioned 15, but then he said 20, close to 20 today, including June. So what? That one was like 5,000, and this one is 15,000. No. Exactly, Emily. Exactly. And he's not even paying for process servers to serve. They can't, I guess. Apparently, it has to go through the hello, Nurse Jen. It has to go through the sheriff's office. Yikes! Gosh, boy, that's a reason to stay married, isn't it? Maria, think how rich you would be if you did streams on him morning, noon, and night. You would make money hand over foot, right? Yes, please hit the like. Let me see if I hit everything too that I wanted to say. Yeah, I got about the calls that he says has been made. Again, I'm not going to play Cooch's live because it's a rather long live, but I go see the link that was posted, and thank you for posting that. She covers the calls. She requested a list of the calls. They would only do 6 months, and it's like, I think it's like 12. And again, they're not all Maria. I think 3 of them were, and 3 or 4 were John and them, and then his own followers were calling out of concern for him. Why do you lie like that? They're not going to, the people you're lying to aren't going to decide the case. I mean, this is what I don't understand, how anybody believes anything that comes out of his mouth. And to be so indignant again. My last live was him being indignant about the money when he has been raising funds forever and never once shown really a receipt. And we went through all time periods where he's raised money and nary a receipt. LRM. Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, I get you. I mean, he just seems to be thinking that if he gets an RO on this person, that his life is going to be 100 times better. Everything's going to fall into place. Or he thinks he's just going to go around the country and get ROs on everybody that talks about him. I know. If anything, I or Cooch commentate on him, but it's legal. It's allowed. It's the USA. We can do that here. I know. I thought that was weird. You know, it tells me his lawyer's like, and your name is, okay, I'll do it. I mean, if that were to happen. Again, I'm convinced it's some follower's husband or wife. That's my personal opinion, is doing it pro bono. And John's just got to look more invested than he really is, and how it's so draining. Again, John, it would have been just easier not to do this shit than in the beginning. I thought that's what he tried to talk to them about on that last live. He was on the phone calling Florida courthouse and stuff, and they said okay, this pen has had it. They said that the sheriff office had to process it between the hours, I presume, of 8 and 4. You like my court tie? Oh, thank you, Petty, very, very much. All right. I know I'm just repeating a lot of what Anna Marie said, but these are literally, I was listening going, oh my God, you got to be kidding. For a guy who doesn't want anyone talking about him, but then he goes live 7 times in the last couple weeks about this nonsense. All right, let me see. Yes, we discussed that. All right, I think I got everything. Let me just pull up if anybody is interested. 1 second. Oh, I can't pull up Rumble on here. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can share it. Hey. Ugh. There we go. Let's see. Sorry, guys. There we go. Let's see if this does it. I don't think it will. Let me see if I can put it here in the chat. I don't know if that'll even work. Yep, it does. Okay. Well, it does for me. I think my first live is the one that got him upset. But yeah, because he couldn't use those pictures for June anymore. That's all I'm saying about that. Exactly, Cree. And that's the only reason I put the live and then I saw Marina Amber going live. I'm like, okay, they'll address, and they did. They had like a lot of the same take, like seriously. All of you did too in the comments. Like, is he for real? Does he like? It's just, boy, I had these even loaded. Whoops, and I didn't even get to use them yet. Hold on. Wait. That's literally how he looked when he came up. I knew as soon as he came up on his stream that it did not go the way he wanted, that he wasn't granted some, emergency, lifelong restraining order. And this will be him tonight. Again, John, if 1 minute you said it was so trying and everything, and you spent all this money, but again, if you wanted it to stop, then it would stop. You can make it stop. But you want to keep going with everything. You want to keep basically doing things your way, where you get to get drunk and say things, and not drunk and lie your ass off all day. And you don't want anybody else to be able to have a say about it. That's not going to work. There's always then going to be a Reddit account coming for you. And while you've gotten really good at removing those, no, that's not how it works. You don't get to be the big man on campus. You don't get to be I forgot my favorite. Here we go. Where is it? Well, I've kind of lost the moment now. You don't get to be this, John.
I am the big shot. You ain't got fucking dick. I am the big shot.
Yeah, no, you don't get to run your mouth all night and say horrific things about people and their children and their families and their jobs. No. That's why I'm doing this. No. Clean up your shit then. It's that easy. If you're really tired of it, then stop doing it. Right, Cree? It is. Because if he had his way, he would shut down all opposing views and only want to spew his own. So, no. All right, well, I got through that without having to play his live to remember most things. But pretty much, I'd say 90% of it was just bullshit. Just bullshit. Come, fine, get a TPO on me. We'll see how that works too, because I have a lot of clips, John. Can't do that to everybody. All right, is anybody? I know Kush says she wasn't going live today, and I guess Marina. I don't know if Brooke's going live later. But that's all I have to say for today. I don't think anybody else is going. Well, I would keep an eye out. I suspect this is going to be a drinking day. It's so dark here. It's been raining for like 4 days straight. It might be a good day for that. It is all bullshit. Just so sick of it. But sometimes I laugh at them, and then other times, like, are you serious? No. A lot of times, I was laughing when I saw him come up with his tie again, again, it's an act. All right, guys, you guys have a great rest of the day, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you, guys. Have a great week. Oh, it's almost weekend. Have a great almost weekend. Bye, guys.